to do something simple, a message that a task you've done 100 times, and nothing happens. You're not tired, you're not sad, you're just blank. Your body is there, your mind isn't, and the quiet thought creeps in. Why can't I just start? From the outside, it looks like procrastination. You delay, you avoid, you drift, but inside it feels different. You want to care, you want to move, yet every action feels oddly heavy. So you scroll, you reorganize small things, you wait for motivation to arrive. And when it doesn't, your self-talk turns sharp. I'm lazy that I've lost discipline. Something is wrong with me. Over time, this doesn't just affect productivity. IT reshapes identity. You stop trusting your intentions. You hesitate to commit. You pull back from opportunities that require consistency. Relationships feel strained too, because it's hard to explain why you're doing nothing when you're actually trying quietly just to engage. Psychologically, this pattern often gets mislabeled. What looks like laziness is often something else entirely. A brain that has gone temporarily off duty. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Laziness is a moral judgment. Your brain doesn't operate on morals. It operates on energy, prediction, and relevance. So when your mind doesn't initiate, it's not making a statement about your character. It's making a calculation. Somewhere beneath awareness, your brain has decided, this action is not currently worth the cost. That decision isn't random, and it's rarely permanent. In many cases, it's protective. Your nervous system isn't failing you, that it's conserving. And to understand why, we need to look at how the brain decides when to act at all. The brain doesn't run on willpower. IT runs on expected value. Before you start a task, your brain asks 3 quiet questions. Will this matter? Will I succeed? Will it cost too much energy? If the answers are unclear, the system stalls. Here's the metaphor. Your brain is a project manager, not a cheerleader. It allocates attention the way a company allocates resources, no clear return, no green light. Neurologically, this lives in the prefrontal cortex, which handles planning and initiation. But the prefrontal cortex doesn't work alone. IT listens to signals from the limbic system, emotional relevance, dopamine pathways, anticipated reward, the autonomic nervous system, energy availability. If those systems don't align, initiation shuts down, not dramatically, quietly. This is why you can feel fine and still unable to start. Your brain isn't resisting you, that it's offline, waiting for a signal that never arrives. This isn't about forcing motivation. That often backfires. It's about giving your brain what it needs to come back online. Here's a framework grounded in how initiation actually works. Step 1. Lower prediction threshold. What to do. Make the task smaller than feels reasonable. Not efficient. Accessible. Why it works. The brain avoids tasks with high uncertainty. Reducing scope increases predicted success, which reactivates dopamine signaling. Example. Instead of work on a report, you open the document and write 1 sentence. Not a good one, just one. What to do. Tie the task to a near-term personal payoff. Not abstract goals. Immediate meaning. Why it works. Dopamine responds to proximity, not importance. The closer the reward feels, the more energy the brain releases. Example. You tell yourself, 10 minutes of this, then I stop. The brain engages because the end is visible. What to do. Shift your physical or sensory state before trying again. Movement, light, temperature. Why it works. Initiation depends on autonomic readiness. A regulated body gives the prefrontal cortex more access. Example. You stand up, open a window, wash your hands in warm water. Then you try again. What to do. Stop tying the task to who you are. No, this proves I'm disciplined. No, this shows I'm failing. Why it works. Identity threat activates the amygdala, which inhibits planning and focus. Safety restores access to cognition. Example, you reframe, this is just a task, not a verdict. The tension drops. The task becomes neutral. What to do. Stop while some energy remains. Leave a clear reentry point. Why it works. The brain remembers how tasks end. Ending with energy increases future initiation. Example, you stop mid-dash sentence, so tomorrow. The starting point already exists. Here's the model to remember. Your brain doesn't start tasks that IT permits them. Permission comes from clarity, safety, and manageable cost. When those are missing, the system pauses. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain is off duty. Think of it like a train station. No signal, no departure. Your job isn't to push the train, it's to restore the signal. Small scope, clear end, low threat, enough energy. There's nothing wrong with you for feeling stuck like this. IT means your brain is cautious, not broken. The stillness you're in isn't failure. It's a pause waiting for the right conditions. And when those conditions return, not through force, but through understanding, you'll move again. Not because you finally tried harder, but because your brain